It is now time for our pure title match. Can Doug Williams, the champion, make it 2 nights in a row? He is offering the hand to Austin Aries, and Aries hit Williams with a closed fist. The ref didn't see it. He was putting the belt down, and Williams returned the favor, and Todd Sinclair saw that one.
Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap, and that's disappointing.
Of course, one of the rules in these pure title matches, no closed fist to the face, and Doug Williams just got a warning. If he hits Austin Aries with another closed fist to the face, that will be a rope break penalty, and if he does it and he's all out of rope breaks, then he is disqualified, and the pure title can change hands on countouts or disqualifications. So, mind games by Austin Aries, and it worked as he baited Doug Williams into using that closed fist right in front of the ref.
I'll tell you what I hate about that, even more than the fact that it was cheap, is Austin Aries. I know we've got the Colt Cabana Samoa Joe match coming up. I know we've got that street fight coming up. But in my mind, this is the match I've been most looking forward to. Austin Aries was already well respected in ROH circles and wrestling circles, but I think he became a superstar with that match that he had in Survival of the Fittest against Bryan Danielson. And I'm so looking forward to this match here. I want to see it be a great technical wrestling match and not a mind game or a cheap shot fest.
You saw Austin Aries. He was thinking about reaching for the ropes there, then decided better about it. But of course, you only have 3 rope breaks in this match. And you mentioned that Survival of the Fittest match real quick. I want to note that the rematch has been signed to that. Bryan Danielson versus Austin Aries, August 7th in Philadelphia, and it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls.
If I wasn't broadcasting that match, I would buy a ticket.
And if Austin Aries wins the pure title here, it'll be interesting to see what kind of factor that plays into that match.
Will he put the belt up, or will he just give a rematch the same? Well, not with the same circumstances, just a regular singles match.
We'll have to wait and see, but right now it has been signed. Bryan Danielson versus Austin Aries, 2 out of 3 falls, and there's Aries going to the ropes.
To break a hammerlock?
I think he was a little frustrated trying to reverse it. Maybe he did it out of habit without thinking.
Boy, that didn't look like that hammerlock was that punishing to use up a rope break that way. Look at the smile on Doug Williams' face. Because I think Austin Aries just now figured out what he did.
And one of these things about these matches is that you do have to completely change your strategy. The pure title rules involve a whole different set of strategy that you have to have going into the match.
Because, Jimmy, you're absolutely right, because sometimes you'll take the rope break not because you can't break the hold, but it's just easier to take the rope break than to expend the energy to break a hold by yourself. But here, you can't do that. Or if you do it 3 times, then you've given your opponent a huge advantage in the match.
Did you see what Austin Aries just did? That's his second closed fist to the face to the chin of Doug Williams, all behind the ref's back. He says Doug Williams is pulling his hair. When the ref gets behind his back, he's been cheap shot Doug Williams, and Williams just lost his cool. He just hit Austin Aries with a closed fist to the face, and that's a rope break penalty right there.
Doug Williams.
Austin Aries has totally gotten into the mind of Doug Williams, and he made Doug Williams waste a rope break with those closed fists.
I hate to ride the referee, but I question that. If you're going to call, I think if the referee was in a better position, he could have seen what Austin Aries was doing.
Well, Austin Aries was fooling the referee. He was saying Doug Williams was pulling his hair. The ref would go look, and then he cheap shot him. Boy, Generation Next, they're really pulling some plans and tactics tonight. We saw that earlier with Ricky Steamboat, and now this.
Austin Aries doesn't need to do any of this job. It's garbage wrestling.
Hey, you know what I just noticed, Mark?
It's conspicuous by their absence.
Yeah, where's the rest? Where's Rod Armstrong? Where's Jack Evans? Where's Alex Shelley?
Yeah, yesterday when this happened, I kind of figured maybe they were embarrassed because the Second City Saints ran them from the ring. But now they're coming off of victory. If anything, you think they'd want to be out here to help gloat.
I don't understand it. Austin Aries is trying to get out of this hold without using a rope break. But yeah, you notice they weren't at ringside. Yeah, they weren't at ringside last night when Shelley went for the pure title, and they're not at ringside tonight when Austin Aries is going for the pure title. And they weren't at ringside when Shelley went for the pure title against Doug Williams at Reborn Completion last week.
Well, let me give you one contrarian opinion. Just choking on the
this is totally uncalled for in this kind of match. And you know what else? They weren't at ringside when Austin Aries was in Survival of the Fittest either.
You know they weren't.
Very interesting. I don't know what that's all about.
I have a question about these rules. Why is it that it's a rope break penalty to hit somebody in the face twice, but it's not a penalty to hit somebody, choke somebody with the ropes?
Maybe that's something we have to look into. Good point there.
Boy, Austin Aries is...
He's almost taunting Doug Williams to use a rope break right here by putting his hold on so close to the ropes.
And that would be Austin. That would be the second rope break for Williams.
You want your opponents to use all their rope breaks in these kind of matches. So you do see guys putting guys in holds in position to reach the ropes because they want them to use that rope break. Because once you use all your rope breaks, the ropes can't save you from a submission and a pinfall. And not only that, the ropes can be used against you in submissions. A tarantula-like move becomes legal at that point.
You know what? I thought Alex Shelley got distracted by that yesterday. I thought he was so concerned about getting Doug Williams to use the rope breaks that he didn't take advantage of some pinfall opportunities. Just a thought.
Perhaps.
So this can almost, I think this can almost work against you if you're so worried about rope breaks and not worried enough about just scoring the victory.
Austin Aries now has another hold on Doug Williams. He's working a slower pace than he normally does in this pure title match. Of course, you want to wear down your opponent to where you might be able to get a submission on a certain body part. As Austin Aries, another backbreaker, holding it there, trying to twist the back of Doug Williams across the knee.
What a knee drop by Austin Aries. And this is the Austin Aries that we saw at Survival of the Fittest against, in my opinion, that was your match of the year so far.
Very well could be. Absolutely awesome. As there you see a simple chin lock. Austin Aries trying to drive that knee and leg into the spine of Doug Williams. Trying to cut off oxygen to Doug Williams. Williams now making his way to his feet. He's not going to have to use a rope break to get out of it. At least it looks that way. Nicely done.
But you can tell Doug Williams in trouble here. Austin Aries so quick to follow up on his advantage. Now he's just going to pummel him in the corner. And again, same thing. If you want to make this pure wrestling, then let's enforce all the rules, not just the close fist rule.
Doug Williams, he is looking to raise the prestige of that pure title. That's why he wanted to defend it on consecutive nights.
Well, and of course, the pure wrestling title means so much. Look at, here it is. Look at this bridge.
Beautiful Moodala. And Doug Williams, he's inching towards the ropes. He's thinking about it. Did he see almost reach for the ropes and he thought better of it?
This would be a second rope break if he has to take it. He may not have a choice.
And
now he's reaching for the break.
There it is. 1, 2, 3. Todd Sinclair calling for the break, and Doug Williams has used his second rope break.
Down to that last rope break, Austin Aries, I think he thought he had the match won there. I think he's a little frustrated. Baseball slide sends Williams to the floor.
Austin Aries, he is in the contenders ring now, but he needs to win this match to be a champion, and he might even end up falling out of the contenders ring if he loses. Wow!
Corkscrew plancha over the top rope.
Stop doing that.
Both men hurt. That's one of the things that makes Austin Aries so dangerous. He is willing to sacrifice his own body to mete out punishment.
And there you see the ref administering the count. There's no count out in many ROH matches. You can be DQ'd if you're out there for too long. However, in pure title matches, there's a strict 20 count on the floor. We want to keep the action in the ring in pure title matches. And you think these guys are aware of the count? You could be forgetful that there's a count in this match.
Well, it's hard to hear the referee over the din of the crowd, and especially when you're trading shots outside. That's 17.
Oh, they just barely get in.
Boy, Doug Williams now taking advantage of his size and his power as he just decks him with that forearm.
And Doug Williams got a good shot in on the shoulder and arm of Austin Aries on the ring post out there too.
Make no mistake, a forearm can be just as devastating as a fist. Look how quick Austin Aries is.
And he gets taken over into the corner.
Doug Williams, how big would this be on his resume? Back-to-back title defenses against Alex Shelley and Austin Aries if he figures out a way to win this.
That's what Doug Williams set out to do. He wants to make the Pure title an important belt. He wants to bring it up to the level of the world title, so he insisted to take on the best. And he wanted to do it on consecutive nights on Death Before Dishonor weekend.
Well, and you heard Samoa Joe talk a couple of weeks ago, was almost disdainful of the Pure Wrestling title. So that would be an interesting confrontation. Should Williams continue to defend and get a shot? What a knee lift! Williams looks at the far leg.
Only a 2 count. Samoa Joe definitely has an issue with the existence of the Pure title. He has since the title's inception, but it seems lately Joe's been too distracted with the Rottweilers to really put the time and effort that he did in the past into the Pure title. As there you see Williams a high knee to the arm and shoulder of Austin Aries.
Crotch hold lift, body slam by Williams. Now Williams looking to finish Aries off, mounts the top rope. Flying bombs away.
Once again on that same location on the arm and shoulder.
Now bridges into the hammerlock.
And that bridge just increases the pressure and the torque.
The only thing is Williams needs to be mindful of his own shoulders. Now he's just going to come back up. You know, one of the differences, Jimmy, in college wrestling, amateur wrestling, and professional wrestling, amateur wrestling, you can't get the hammerlock above a 90-degree angle. In professional wrestling, you can jam it into somebody's left ear if you can get it up that high.
And Austin Aries, as a result, was forced to use his second rope break. We're even at 2 rope breaks apiece. Each man only has 1 rope break left. And as you saw last night, Doug Williams needed that final rope break to save himself from getting pinned.
And when he won the title from Alex Shelley, the fact that Shelley was without rope breaks did come into play a factor.
That's right. And there's a nice move by Austin. Good for a 2 count. And Austin Aries definitely favoring that arm at this point.
Well, Doug Williams is just vicious with those forearms. Alex Shelley catches him.
That's why he's called the torture device. And he misses that spinning power elbow. And Doug Williams is getting fired up.
More forearms by Williams.
Hey, watch your wicked on, come on!
Oh, roaring elbow, but he used that arm and he's feeling the pain as a result, but he's got to cover.
I don't think he could hook that leg nearly as well as he wanted to, favoring that arm.
No, that arm is definitely has a wounded limb there.
But we saw Austin Aries in the match with Danielson survive an incredible amount of punishment and come so close to beating Danielson. And again, I think the match of the year.
And Austin, though, he might tap out to this. He might need to use his last rope break to get out of this hold. Williams just stretching him. He's got that arm. He's got his legs wrapped against him. But look, he doesn't have the legs totally wrapped around Aries as he's given the opportunity to, yes, use that final rope break.
So Aries has used all his rope breaks. Williams has used 2.
Williams a definite advantage now. And look at Aries just clutching that rope. He realizes that he has an injured limb right now, and he has no more rope breaks to help save himself. And Williams goes right on the attack. Todd Sinclair trying to back off Williams to give Aries a chance to get off the ropes, and I don't think Aries wants to let go.
Well, this is where Williams should back off and let the referee force the count and get Aries back in the ring. Hooks him, puts him back up on that top turnbuckle. European forearm uppercut by Williams. See, I don't agree with Williams' strategy here. When you've got that left arm as injured as it is, why would you go up to the top rope? Why not continue to work on the arm on the mat?
Maybe he's going for high impact, or maybe he's going for that as he just drapes the arm down.
I think Doug Williams just answered my question.
Aries having to go to the floor for a breather. He is in a world of pain. The agony is racing up and down his arm. The limb is tender. The joints are susceptible.
And again, we've seen Aries before. We've seen Aries in trouble before.
And Aries signaling for that 450. He puts them all down with that. No. Williams stops him. And Williams climbing up, and this is similar to how he beat Alex Shelley for the title originally. And yes, he's got Aries trapped. No rope breaks. Aries has nowhere to go, and he taps.
What an impressive victory for Doug Williams.
Doug Williams successful in his quest to raise the prestige of the Pure title. We have a Pure champion we can be proud of in the torture device, Doug Williams.